If I told you that you have just shifted into a powerful new timeline, a new season of your life, would you believe me? Would you believe me? Because it is so true, my love. And if you have just manifested this message, you are aligned with my frequency right now and this energy, then it means that you are not just on a brink of transformation, but you are literally right there, and you've stepped in to the frequency and the energy of this new timeline, because the field of consciousness doesn't lie. You would not be hearing these words right now if you wasn't getting ready to experience the most powerful season of your lifetime. And why? Well, firstly, it's because you have learned and discovered that you have had the power all along. You've never been a victim. And even though, yes, you may have had times where you felt like, oh, this is so painful, this is impossible, why me? Why me out of everybody else? Why you? It's because you are a chosen one, and you have been the one to do some incredible generational healing. You're healing your ancestral lineage by choosing different, by choosing to engage in therapy and self-work and shadow work and meditation and all of the things that you've been doing, because you know that change is possible for you. And if you are seeing this just after the eclipse in September 2025, the 999 portal has just gone. This is a timeless message, but if you're seeing it right after the eclipse, then you've just claimed something. You've definitely just claimed something. I had a post-it note there, it just dropped. Spirit saying you don't need it. Spirit is saying let the message come through. And the message right now is to surrender, trust. Stay aligned with this frequency. Stay aligned with your truth. Stay aligned with who you really are, the chosen one, the one who was breaking all of those chains that were tying you down to the past and that was keeping your bloodline stuck in certain levels of consciousness that would never go beyond lack consciousness, poverty consciousness, low self-worth consciousness, people-pleasing consciousness. We're not good enough for more consciousness. We're not good enough for wealth and abundance consciousness. All of these programs have been stripped away. Whew. You have been doing some powerful, powerful work. So the message is clear. You're in a powerful season. And I know I just jumped straight into this message. I didn't even introduce myself, but that's how powerful the message is. So my name is Leanne. I am a qualified holistic psychotherapist and intuitive spiritual guide. And I've just started this new season and new series on YouTube for intuitive therapy sessions. And I'm so excited and honored that the first one is how much you've shifted, and it's to support you in that shift. So my intentions are for this session, this healing session now, is for you to fully anchor into the truth of who you are, into your new reality that is calling you right now. And I know you can feel it. You are here for so much more than you have been allowing previously. So much more wealth and abundance and love and peace and prosperity and harmony and ease and flow. It's all coming into your life right now because you've chosen it. And I feel like for some of you, you may have been already making small changes, signing up to the gym, changing your diet, starting that business plan, posting that video, whatever it is. These small seeds that you have been planting and these shifts that you've been listening into them because you know that that's your intuition. That's your inner intelligence guiding you toward your next steps. That's the voice of the supreme consciousness of God. you're tapped into it. You're actually listening now. You're making the changes, which is so powerful, and it's going to support you. Because when you can follow those intuitive hunches, when you can follow that voice of God within you, that all of us have access to, that's when we are guided, we are led to our next path, to our next open door for us. The path is literally laid out for us. And we just have to keep showing up, keep walking the steps. And I feel like for many of us, we have just closed the door and closed the cycle to being in our minds, being in our ego, letting our ego just completely run the show. And our ego, you know, bless it, it's taken us, you know, so far. It's taken us to the point where we have been able to push through, get things done, and use that inner critic to propel us forward, get things done, get a bit busy, complete projects, yes. But there was a cost. And the cost was burnout, overwhelm, perfectionism, and not being aligned with your true sovereign self, your soul alignment. Because when the ego is in control, there's no room for the higher consciousness to be in control, your higher self, which is the God self within you that wants to speak. And when that happens, that's when we can stay limited and we're not actually seeing the fullness of the results that we can actually receive if we were to let the ego step aside, quiet the mind, get still, and listen to higher consciousness. What is God telling you to do? Because when you listen to that voice, that's when you align with your soul's calling and your soul's purpose and your soul's mission. And when you align with your soul's mission, that is when the true abundance and the wealth codes get activated within you. Because we're not meant to be here on this earth to give all of our power away and our time and our energy to somebody else's dream, making somebody else rich. No, we are meant to be aligned with our truth, our sovereign soul mission, our unique path, so that we can be aligned and allow our true energy to come through, our true essence to come through, our true work that we are meant to be here doing on this earth, and be blessed abundantly, abundantly, abundantly by all of heaven, all of the higher realms. That's how it's supposed to work. So I feel like you are waking up to that more and more and more, that if you follow your inner calling, if you follow your inner truth, your passion, and unlock your gifts, your true gifts, your intuition, your empath skills, your compassion, your love for humanity, your love for others. I can hardly get my words out because this is very big energy. I'm sensing that you've been feeling this for a while, and I feel like the exhaustion and the feeling tired and overwhelmed, you was holding that for a long time, and it almost felt as though you was carrying this cross, this cross of crucifixion, this burden. I feel like your path was feeling more like a curse rather than feeling like a blessing. And I know it can feel, you know, completely undesirable when you're going through so much pain and you're not seeing the results that you want, and you know, everything feels stuck. People are leaving your life left, right, and center, but it's all because you've been initiated. And I always say to my therapy clients that, you know, the deeper you fall, the higher you rise. You know, the more bitter your dark season, the sweeter your light season. And don't underestimate the power within you and the gifts that you've been given and your determination, because your determination and your will have seen you through. Because how else would you have got here? Think about everything that you've been through, everything you've had to rise and overcome. How would you have got here if you didn't have something in you, some kind of faith, higher faith, determination, willpower, knowing that there is more, knowing that you can make it to the other side completely. Not just healing, ascending, rising, reclaiming. Whew, how powerful. Reclaiming. And so many of us right now are reclaiming our true power, our true sovereignty on the planet. This is a collective consciousness rising. And with it, there's no denying that there is a reclamation of feminine energy, divine feminine energy that's been suppressed on the planet for so long, too long. It's undeniable. And this is not about male or female. It's not about genders, man or women. No. This is about masculine and feminine energies, mother and father energies, God, goddess energies in union. And when these templates are in union, not one is overburdening and silencing the other, which is what's happened with the masculine energies on this planet. It's been more hyper and it's been more patriarchal and controlling and dominating, leading from logic and self, versus the feminine energy when it comes in and it's leading from love and compassion and empathy and intuition and full authentic creative expression as well. Full authentic creative expression. That's you allowing your full soul to speak, no longer silencing, no longer limiting, no longer shrinking down, but fully rising, embodied, holding the new wealth codes that are here for us right now. And remember, the wealth codes, as I said before, that's activated when you're living in your soul mission, your soul purpose. And our soul purpose is always to share. Share your gifts, share your talents, share your wisdom, share your experience, share your healing. Never let anyone tell you that the gifts of the healers is completely, invalid. I came across a post the other day actually, and it said, healers don't heal you. They help you to heal yourself. Don't give in to the BS or something along those lines. And yes, it's correct. Healers do and are meant to teach you to unlock the codes and the skills yourself to self-heal, of course. But that doesn't deny the fact that when you align with somebody who has healed, who has gone through the fire and has attained the medicine and is embodying the medicine and holding that healed state for others to rise and step into as soon as they align frequencies and the energy starts to be exchanged, that's uplifting. That is healing. The energetic exchange is healing. The frequency is healing. The codes that person is able to give as the healed version of them, that's healing. The wisdom is healing. And also, for many of you, you have been transmuting and alchemizing pain that hasn't even been yours. It hasn't even been yours, whether you've collected it from other people, from family members, friends, colleagues, the collective consciousness, your ancestors. You have been healing all of this, taking it on, feeling the pain of it, transmuting it, alchemizing it, neutralizing it, using it as power to rise. This is the phoenix energy, the power of the phoenix. You are a phoenix. You've risen from the ashes. You are a healer. You hold new codes, new templates. You hold the blueprint and the vision of the new, of what's possible. This is your gift. You are a gift to the world. So don't let anyone tell you that you are not a healer, that you don't help heal the planet. You're not helping to heal the collective, that you're not healing your bloodline, because you are. You are. And everything you have been through has led you to this point where we are right now. I want you to take a very deep breath in. Your whole entire being, hold it in. Breathe through all of your cells. And then as you release, slowly, softly, all of the lingering self-doubt fades away. Let it go. It's not yours to carry anymore. You know who you are. You are a sovereign soul, a powerful soul, a medicine man or woman, a healer of the ages. Denying your gifts and denying yourself as a healer, it's the same as like Christ denying himself, us denying that Christ was ever a healer. Let's eradicate that whole thought program now. You are a healer, powerful one. In 2025 and beyond, it is not the time to be dismissing still the role of the healers, the silent work of the healers. No way. We're not in the olden days where, we'd be persecuted for speaking up with our intuitive gifts and we'd be burnt at the stake. No, we're not here. This is 2025. Freedom of speech, the age of information. We can rise now. And I feel like for many of us, we have been carrying that persecution wound. Because I think in traditional therapy, when you have the wound of feeling unseen, the low self-worth, the invisibility wound as well, and the inconsistency wound, most of the times in traditional therapy, it will go back because into your childhood and say it's because, you had parents or teachers or early caregivers who were not acknowledging of you and your gifts, who were dismissive, who are overly critical, who will never see you for who you truly were. And that definitely is a part of it. Of course, our childhood definitely shapes and molds and impacts our later stages, but it goes deeper than that. It goes way beyond, all the way to the ancestral karma and to the collective archetype, whatever you're choosing to embody. It's that energy that you're healing as well on a soul level, not just the trauma level that's stored in the body, the mind, and the emotions. It's what's carried in your DNA, your soul. So that is what you've been healing, the persecution wound, where our gifts were denied, our voices were silenced, our truth was dismissed and labeled as evil, and therefore we need to be punished and persecuted. And I'm sorry to go so deep in this first therapy session. Let me know if I'm going too deep. But I feel like for those of you who are resonating with this, then it's not too deep, because you've been in these deep waters. You've been in the depths. I'm here in the depths of hell consciousness for some of you. And again, I'm sorry that it's so deep, but this is where you've been, where it's literally felt like you've been living a hell on earth. But that season is over. You are now stepping into heaven on earth as a chosen one, as someone who was healed that timeline, healed that ancestral karmic wound that was deeply embedded within your ancestry, within the collective consciousness. Because what's happened is humanity has projected its shadow outwards into things like, good and bad. All the badness is, like the devil, or it's all evil, But when you instead integrate your shadow and integrate the collective shadow, you see it's just parts of yourself, parts of the collective that we need to alchemize, that we need to heal with our light, with our awareness, with our truth. Because when you shine a light on darkness, what happens? Well, it's no longer dark anymore. The light casts it out. Martin Luther said it for a reason. Darkness can't be driven out by darkness. Only light can do that. It has to be love. It has to be light. And you, the powerful one who's been courageous enough to deal with people who have projected onto you, abused you, silenced your truth, and still be loving and be compassionate and be light and still be showing up Come on. If that's not chosen one energy, what is? But I feel like you know now. So I feel like that's not the message. I feel like you know you're a chosen one. You know you're a generational healer. But it's now knowing that you are a sovereign soul and fully embodying that and aligning with your soul's truth now and your purpose and aligning with heaven consciousness so that the universe can bless you. The universe is ready to bless you beyond your wildest imagination, beyond your wildest dreams. And that's all because you are choosing to step into alignment, to free yourself. You've liberated yourself from these past versions of yourself that are just not true anymore, from the limiting constructs that once kept you held in bondage. It's liberation energy. And that's why it's powerful when, the intuitives today are using divination tools like tarot, for example, because when you look at the different archetypes of our human and spiritual journey, our life path journey, that's what those major arcana are, isn't it? It's like the main archetypes that we go through on our journey. Like we have tower moments, everything collapses. We have that temperance where, we're aligning with the enlightened energy. We have the empress energy where we are radiating our abundance and our creativity. All of these are specific archetypes that we can tap into to reveal more of ourselves and to reveal more of our journey and have guidance of what we're supposed to do. But also it allows us to step back, have a higher perspective and framework in which we are able to transmute duality. So for example, like I said before, with, like God versus devil, light versus bad, good, darkness, I didn't get the right balance there, but again, I'm sure you know what I mean. We are able to take a step back, for example, and see like devil energy, instead of seeing it as something to fear, something to blame all of our problems on, we see it as, oh, this is a dynamic. This is a pattern that we've been buying into. We've been into obsessive energy. We have been keeping ourselves limited. We have been too critical of ourselves. We're not believing that we are deserving of the life that we are trying to live. Then we're able to use that as power to fuel us. We can liberate us rather than giving our power away to it by suppressing it, by projecting it. Because when we don't own something, it owns us. And we are ending that now. Our shadows no longer own us, because we have been brave enough, courageous enough to face them head on and shine that light on them. So as you go through this portal now, so the eclipse started on the 7th, and towards the end of September, that's when we'll have the solar lunar eclipse as well. So again, this is a timeless message, but if you are watching this throughout this eclipse portal in September, then I just want you to know you are, look, that confirmation just came in. You are exactly where you need to be. You know who you are. You are a sovereign soul. You are so respected, highly respected, revered, commended in the higher realms. Now it's time for your spiritual success and your spiritual fame to translate into your physical reality. And it's simply just by choosing it every single moment, choosing to align, choosing to say yes, choosing to receive. Get still. And if you are guided to a season of isolation, this is one of the second stages of ascended healing. You can take the free quiz. I'll link it below if you want to find out exactly where you are on this ascended healing journey back into your full sovereignty. Then don't resist the season of isolation, because this is where people go wrong. Because, well, not go wrong, but more so they slow themselves down because they are afraid to be alone. They are afraid to go within. They are afraid to let go of certain connections through fear. Fear that you're going to be seen as a bad person, seen as selfish, seen as self-righteous. people coming at you saying that, you're not showing up for them, or you're just fearful that, some connections might just fall away and that will be the end, or relationships might end. But it has to end. And only when that ends fully will you be able to fully recalibrate yourself, allow your nervous system to fully be reset so that you can hold and sustain the new foundation that is going to support this new higher timeline that you've just stepped into. Oh, it's so powerful. You are loved so, 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 so much. And I'm so proud of you. I hope this message resonated. I hope it wasn't too deep for the first one. I know I went in, but I think for my sovereign souls, you can handle the depths. Why? Because your light is so powerful and it's so beautiful and radiant. So just know who you are. Remember who you are. That's the message today. And anchor into this new timeline over the next few weeks. Anchor, breathe, ground, journal, script, speak out loud, affirm. This is your time. You are free. And you've been free for a long time, but now you're ready to fully reclaim it, fully to own it. Okay. So if this message has resonated, please give it a like so that I know that it's actually reached you and you like more of these intuitive therapy sessions. Feel free to subscribe as well if you feel called to, so that you can look out for the other videos, the other intuitive therapy sessions that will be coming up. And share this with somebody. If you know somebody is going through this journey and they just need a reminder of how far they've come, who they are, who they really are, and just some guidance to get you through anchor into this new timeline, then send it over to them as well. I look forward to seeing you in the next session. As I said, my name is Leanne, holistic psychotherapist, intuitive spiritual guide. Thank you for being here with me, and I'm look forward to sharing much more with you in future. Take care of yourself. Bye.